Hello beautiful people, I'm sure that you're already aware, but I am very late to filming this video, but we have so many releases that I have just been stacking up here to talk about today. Things that I feel very passionately about and releases that are either really good or really concerning. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this very special but late version of Pay or Stay Away. I'm just gonna get this one out of the way and get started with the biggest shock value type product of them all. This is something that I wasn't expecting to ever say from the beauty industry, but I am not surprised that we've come to this point as far as makeup releases go. So this is by Kaja or Kaja Beauty. Now this is called the Roller Glow. It is $28. You can pick yourself up this bad boy on Sephora. Before we get into the actual design and functionality of this highlighter, let's go ahead and talk about what they claim that this highlighter is. So allegedly, this is a roll-on highlighting balm and it has a prismatic iridescent finish infused with pink ruby smooth balm finishes to a lightweight powder, and of course you can't miss the cute fun applicator. That was worded really strangely, but I think we get the gist here. So this is essentially a highlighting balm. Nothing weird about that, right? Well, look at the actual design of this highlighter. It's literally a paint roller, like you would paint your freaking walls. This is a paint roller for your face. So if you've ever dreamed of, painting your face with the same thing that you would paint your walls with, your dreams have been made a reality. Now, is this innovative? Absolutely. I've never seen anything like this as far as makeup goes. I think I may have seen markers like this like way back in the day at like a craft store that was kind of similar to this, but that doesn't have to do with putting it on your face. That has to do with like painting and putting it on paper, which is relatively kind of similar to painting your walls. Basically a similar concept, but this is literally painting your face with a paint roller. And if you have been wanting to make the coolest Instagram video makeup tutorial in the entire world, then this might be your guy. This might benefit you to pick this up to make a really interesting and quirky and out there Instagram video, but I am not an Instagram video creator or maker, so I don't have a purpose for this. This is low-key kind of reminding me of when Too Faced and Glam Glow put their glitter in their face masks. Yes, it made for a cute Instagram post, but was it actually practical or functional? Not really, and that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this. Now, do I think that the highlighter's pretty? Sure, I mean, it's a pretty color, but it's just a basic old champagne. It's nothing that we don't already have in our collection, and this is $30. If this was like $10 and it came from Claire's, I would maybe be interested because, it's kind of fun, it's kind of quirky, kind of weird. I mean, I probably still wouldn't spend my $10 on it, but I would be a little bit more inclined to understand why it came out. But why is this $30? And why is it a paint roller? I'm so genuinely confused. Someone clarify this for me, please. Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping my 30 bucks right where it belongs, in my bank account. So moving from a really strange and innovative yet not super practical product to something that I have already purchased, this is the Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette. This guy is available as of today, the day that I'm filming, on January 17th, and it retails for 12 smackaroons, which is not very expensive at all considering you get 9 pans in here, and they're all just ever so slightly smaller than the typical like 1.5 gram pan that we get from Colourpop when you buy a single shadow. These are barely smaller than those, and you get 9 pans for 12 bucks. But it would only really be a good deal if these were good quality and if the colors were interesting. Well, it looks like we are in luck because this color scheme is just like a little piece of heaven served on a plate to me. I absolutely adore these purple tones, and I think a lot of people had the same thought process when they saw this palette. This looks eerily similar to the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette, which I do own and I use all the freaking time, like at least twice a week. And this looks really, really similar to that. So it looks like Colourpop's doing a little bit of duping here, which I'm not necessarily upset at. And I feel like all I've been doing lately is reaching for my Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. I was the pink eyeshadow girl for a really long time, and don't get me wrong, I still am, but I've been venturing into purple eyeshadow looks. I feel like that's mostly what I've been doing, which is crazy because for a really long time, I thought I was never going to be able to drop my pink, like hot pink eyeshadow obsession, and for some reason, I've been doing a lot of purple lately. So this palette is really, really appealing to me, and I knew I had to purchase it. A few of you guys tagged me in the original post, which you guys also tagged me in the pink Colourpop eyeshadow palette, the Ooh La La palette that came out a couple months ago. I got a buttload of tags in that as well. Seems like you guys are kind of catching on to the type of eyeshadow that I'm into, but I really like the original pink Ooh La La palette. I think the quality was fantastic, so I can't freaking wait to try out the It's My Pleasure palette. I ordered it today. I will be doing a review on it, so keep your eyeballs peeled for that because it will be coming in the near future. Alright, now from one product that I really enjoyed to something that, yet again, I'm confused about, and that is by Kat Von D, who a lot of people are confused about a lot of things Kat Von D does, but nonetheless, that's not what we're here for today. But Kat Von D has finally come out with little duo mini sizes of these Shade and Light contour powders. She's come out with Shade and Light contour duos, and these are available now. They retail for $23 each, and you can choose from 3 different shades: light, medium, and deep. So this is a great idea. Don't get me wrong, like, I am all for not having to spend 50 bucks on a giant ass contour palette that has a bunch of different shades that you're not going to use because you have one skin tone yourself unless you're a makeup artist. I'm all for that. But where was this in like 2014 when everyone was buying contour palettes and people were really into contouring? I feel like lately people haven't been contouring as much, and the people who have been contouring just stick to like 1, 2, maybe 3 powders maximum, depending on if you have a tan or if you're in your winter paleness like I am right now. But no one needs the entire big contour book with every shade in there unless you're a makeup artist. So this would have been really nice to know about and to have back when contouring was a huge fad and a huge craze, because yeah, the Kat Von D original Shade and Light palette was like $48, and I purchased it. My bank account cried for like 3 days and couldn't sleep because it was crying so much after I purchased that, because I only used 2 shades, maybe 3 shades out of that entire palette, so I definitely didn't get my money's worth. I still have it to this day, so that's pretty cool. I think I have it on my face right now. In fact, I don't even know why I said I think. I do have it on my face right now. But I wish that this would have came out a long time ago, and I don't understand why this took so long to come out, because it's not like it's a new product. It's the same exact product, just in different packaging. So why are we getting this in 2019 when contouring was a huge craze in 2014, 2015, 2016 started to die out a little bit? What is going on here, people? I am just genuinely confused by the situation. So yet again, jumping from something that confused me to something that I am forcing myself not to purchase because I don't need it. But this is from MAC, and I'm a little surprised because I'm not always super impressed by everything MAC comes out with, but lately they've been putting out things that have actually caught my attention. And this is the Spring 2019 Fleur Real Highlight or Blush. You can basically use this guy as a highlight or a blush depending on your skin tone. On me, this would be more of like a highlighty blush, which I've kind of been into lately. I like them more for spring and summer just because, you know, the sunlight's hitting your face, making you look a little more glowy. In the winter, it just kind of emphasizes texture because you don't have the actual sunlight. At least not in Washington where I live, where it's legitimately like cinder block gray outside right now, which is pretty lame, to be honest. But nonetheless, I think that this is really beautiful. This is like right up my alley. I mean, we all know that I'm obsessed and addicted to blushes. I have admitted that. I admitted that in a recent video and said, hold me accountable. Do not let me buy any more blushes, especially if they're already like a blush I have. Now, I have the Natasha Denona Daria palette, the blush palette, and there's a shade in there that's really similar to this, so I do not need this. I'm not even a huge packaging, marketing kind of person, but I love the Cherry Blossom embossed powder that they've actually pressed into the actual highlight or blush itself. I love it. It's beautiful. The cherry blossoms on the front of the packaging is absolutely stunning. She is just dressed up in these beautiful clothing, and I just want to take her out and buy her a very expensive and fancy meal. But that ain't gonna be happening because I know MAC powders typically retail from like 28 bucks to $32, $36 sometimes. I do not have $36 to buy this guy just to stare at it in my collection and feel good about it, having it in my collection just because it's pretty. I know I'm not gonna use it. I know that I will reach for other things over this, so I don't need it. I'm attracted to her, but I don't want her. So those were all of the Sephora and mainstream releases that I wanted to talk about for this week. Now we're gonna hop on over into indie, and as we always do, we have a lot of good stuff and I'm basically buying all of it. So what's new? So this first indie release has my name spray painted on it. It has my name literally engraved into it. I need this. I am buying this. I am not over exaggerating here. I cannot survive without this collection. I am absolutely over exaggerating and being extremely dramatic. But this is the Give Me Glow Sugar Rush Valentine's Day collection. This is going to be launching on February 1st, and we don't have the entire collection yet. We've just seen a few sneak peeks here and there, but I'm buying basically this entire collection. This is literally me in a collection. I don't think I need to say more than that, but what we've seen so far is everything I could ever want from a makeup brand. You know, cutesy names, food themed names, sweet related things, pink, berries. This whole collection is basically just a bunch of pinks and berries, and I don't think that they're actually coming out with an eyeshadow palette. They're just coming out with a few singles, and they've only shown us one of the singles, but good lord, did they tease us with the best one of the bunch. They're coming out with a really bright, intense hot pink matte, which is going to be called Strawberry Lollipop. I legitimately think that they had me in mind when they made this eyeshadow. That sounds incredibly cocky, I don't actually think that, but if I could make my own perfect eyeshadow, this would be it. And the name is perfect as well. Strawberry Lollipop, that's adorable. I love it. The packaging is all pink. This is the most beautiful hot pink eyeshadow I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And I absolutely love the Give Me Glow matte formula. I have an eyeshadow by them which is called Watermelon, and it's this beautiful, like, hot kind of red, pinky, matte, watermelon-y shade, and I have two of those because I am extremely close to hitting pan, and Give Me Glow's pans are like this big. They're like the size of your freaking head. Yeah, I'm really close to hitting pan on that, guys, so I purchased another. Their formula as far as eyeshadows go, just across the board, are freaking phenomenal, so yeah, I'm purchasing this guy. And honestly, if this is limited edition, you might end up seeing two of these somehow appear into my collection. How did it get here? I don't know. And if that beautiful hot pink matte eyeshadow wasn't enough, they're coming out with pink cupcake sprinkles and purple cupcake sprinkles. These are gonna be mine as well. I don't think I need to say more. This whole collection is just the epitome of everything I could ever want from makeup. So yeah, I'm willing to drop a pretty penny to be able to purchase this entire collection because I already know that she's going to be beautiful, and I know that she has a loving home waiting for her here in my house. I might have to fight people online to be able to purchase it because I feel like everyone and their mama is going to be on the website as soon as this drops, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice. So moving on over from one indie brand that I'm obsessed with to another indie brand that I'm obsessed with, Blush Tribe has announced some new things as well, and these literally were made for me as well, I believe. Are these brands like wiretapping my house so that they can market and sell and drain my bank account? Everything that these brands have been coming out with, I have asked for and I have wanted, and I have secretly thought to myself and verbally said here on YouTube that I want them to come out with. And Blush Tribe has answered my prayers just like Give Me Glow did. They're coming out with a neon palette that looks like it has a lot of pink, red, and kind of brighter, warmer tone neons, and they're coming out with duochromes. What more could you ask from Blush Tribe? I don't understand. Are they reading my mind? Is this where we are in technology now? I don't know. Probably not. I'm just being completely over dramatic, but I'm so thankful right now that the brands are finally listening to the people, to the peanut gallery, because I feel like a lot of people have been asking Blush Tribe to come out with a neon palette and duochromes for a while, and they're finally answering our prayers. Take my money, Blush Tribe. You earned it. You earned it with these collections, and for listening to us little people over here out in the peanut gallery. I cannot wait to purchase this. Duochromes and neons. What more could we ask from them? And the final indie release is also something that's gonna be draining my bank account literally. Like, the indie brands just freaking clear out any money that I have left over in my bank account every single time. I am a sucker for them and they know it. But this is a brand that I've never purchased from, but this is Terra Moon Cosmetics, and they're coming out with their Sweet Nothings palette. We don't have a price yet, we don't have a date yet. Actually, we don't really have a date for any of these indie releases other than the Give Me Glow collection. We don't even have prices on that either, so it's like they're withholding the prices because they know we're gonna be willing to drop our bottom dollar for these amazing collections. This way, when we actually make it to the launch day, we don't know the price yet, and we'll just purchase it because it's the launch day and things are gonna sell out, and we're already in a rush, we're already feeling urgent, we're already feeling like we're about to miss out on something, and so they just slap the price on there the same day and we just abide and we go for it. I don't actually think they're doing that, but you know how my conspiracy brain works over here. But Terra Moon Cosmetics is coming out with their Sweet Nothings palette, and this is their Valentine's Day palette, and this palette is so freaking adorable. I just love it. I think that this design and the actual theme of this is so cute, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day. Basically, these colors in here are supposed to represent the little sweet tarts or sweet talk hearts. I don't know what they're called. The nasty ones that taste like chalk that have little sweet sayings on them that are in the shape of hearts. Those. I'm an uncultured American, but also sorry for calling them nasty. I know some of you guys out there like them. Mom. But I don't like them. They taste like chalk. They taste like Tums to me. But you get a highlighter, a blush, a pressed glitter, and some shimmer and matte eyeshadows in this palette. So you kind of get a little bit of everything here. And I like the size and the spacing of this palette, although it seems like that's something that's really minuscule that you probably shouldn't be looking for when you're buying something. It's just the little things that count sometimes, and that's kind of how I feel about the situation here. You're basically covered as far as looks go here. You can do a glittery look, you can do an all matte look, you can do a shimmer look. You have a little bit of everything in this palette, and you have some face products as well. So I think that the colors are beautiful. They represent those little sweet tarts perfectly. They represent Valentine's Day perfectly. I love the combination of lavenders and teals and bubblegum pinks. I would have never really thought to put together lavenders, teals, and bubblegums. I've put together like teal and bubblegum and lavender and teal, but I would have never really thought to pair them all together in an eye look, just because in my head that sounds like a little bit too much. But when I actually see it in this palette, I think that you could do so many beautiful looks with this. So I'm considering buying it. You know, I want to support indie brands. I want to support indie brands that come out with interesting and exciting products. And this palette is definitely speaking to me. I don't know how much money I'm gonna have left over after the Give Me Glow fiasco cleans me out, and Blush Tribe as well. I don't know if I'm gonna have any play money left over, so we'll just have to wait and see if I do. And you know, maybe there's something in the Sugar Rush collection by Give Me Glow that I'm not really feeling. Then maybe I'll switch out something from there to get this guy. I don't know. This logic doesn't really make a whole lot of sense here, but I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. I really like this palette. I would like to have it in my collection, but I just don't know if I'm gonna have enough money after Give Me Glow robs me of everything I got. But those are all of the makeup releases that I wanted to bring you guys today. We have a lot of good things, and it's like 4 for 4 here in Pay or Stay Away. Indie brands always win. They've literally won like every single week, and no one's even keeping track except me because no one cares. But to me, indie brands just come out with such interesting things, and I always want to buy them. I am a sucker for indie brands, and they're always mostly cheaper as well. So I feel like their releases are always just so much more exciting than mainstream brand releases. Although the mainstream brand releases this week did give us some really interesting and creative concepts, I suppose could be a term you could use to describe it. But that is going to be wrapping up this week's video. I promise I will get next week's Pay or Stay Away up on Monday, just like we always do here. I'm a hot mess. Can you not tell? You can definitely tell. But please do let me know down in the comments, as you guys always do, what are you going to be picking up for this week? Are you getting any of the things that I'm getting? Are we going to be fighting each other at the Give Me Glow Cosmetics website trying to get the last Sugar Rush Sweet Lollipop eyeshadow or whatever it's called? I embarrass myself with some of these atrocities that come out of my mouth sometimes, so I apologize. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I do hope that you consider subscribing. And if you found this helpful, or if you just like Pay or Stay Away, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up and ring the notification bell if you want to know when I am posting. But I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next time. Bye! And I'm sure you've noticed, but my old wall little background here has made a comeback. The turning point for wanting to get rid of my little shag carpet pink fuzzy scenario that I had going on behind me before is because my mom thought it was straight up drywall. So I knew something had to be fixed. So I brought back the old trustworthy friend.